Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Ritual Content. Today, we're going to be talking to Amber Holly Regal. Amber, will you just introduce yourself, please?
Hi, I'm Amber. I am a beauty content creator, mostly on TikTok.
Amazing, amazing. Okay, so why don't you just start telling me about your how your influencer journey began? Hi.
I started making videos during lockdown, I think like most people did. It was almost just a way, like just a form of entertainment almost, and it was almost just like fun to me. So I started making videos, and I kind of hopped onto like all of these different trends. And I didn't really focus on beauty. I have always enjoyed beauty and like makeup and skincare since I was quite young. So yeah, I then started making beauty videos and hair videos. And one of my hair videos almost just went viral, and that's kind of where it started. So yeah, I actually put too much gentian violet in my hair, and it turned like purple purple, and that got like a couple million views, and that's kind of where it started.
Amazing. And
Yeah.
you're also quite like well known for like the little color mascara that you usually do.
Yeah, like that's kind of my thing now. If I post a mascara video, like I know people will love it. It usually gets like insane amounts of engagement, which is really cool. But yeah, it's mostly just makeup and then obviously my mascara videos, and then I also really enjoy doing like my skincare videos, but it's like mainly my makeup stuff.
That's like
Mm.
every girl's dream, literally. Okay,
Still my
so
dream.
um, you've got like 500,000 followers on TikTok. How did you continue to grow that after your viral video went viral?
So basically that happened, and then I still had like quite a lot of time on my hands, obviously during lockdown. And I just kept posting videos, and like I kind of knew that I kind of niched into like the beauty kind of space, so I kept like going with that. Yeah, so I kind of stuck to like the beauty niche because I saw that it was kind of like the popular one for me, and I got quite high engagement and people really enjoyed it. So I kind of kept going with that, and then yeah, I just kept posting mascara videos, which I found people really love. And then one of my mascara videos also did really well. I think it got 15 million views, and that's also kind of where it hit off. And then I got contacted by Charlotte Tilbury, and I kind of started working with them, almost collaborating. And then yeah, from there it's just kind of it's been pretty awesome.
That's amazing. Yeah, you're very well known for all of the huge overseas brands that you've worked with. And I think that's what a lot of people were most excited about when I put that little questionnaire on my story. So I've got some really cool questions from the
Oh,
people. Yeah, I know. Everyone was like, they all want to know how to do it.
I love
So
that.
I want to hop onto the brand now. Um, was Charlotte Tilbury the first brand that you collaborated with?
It was the first big brand I collaborated with.
Okay.
So I
And
did work with like a lot of small like South African brands, but that was like my
yeah,
first international like big brand.
that's amazing. How did that make you feel? Like
Yeah.
that
No, that
opened
was so
all of the doors for
awesome.
you.
Yeah,
You're
like
still a
that was
partner
so
with them,
awesome. I
hey?
feel like yeah, so it's quite on and off because they kind of choose influencers, and it's almost like a
Yeah,
timeline with them. So they always like switch. So I haven't actually been working with them for quite a while now. But yeah, it's kind of on and off because they go through influencers and they kind of just like pick and choose. But yeah, that was really, really awesome. I think even just
that's
before that,
amazing.
I loved their products and like I loved their videos, and it was really awesome.
That's amazing. Oh my gosh. So it was, I remember when you told me that and I was like so excited.
I
Um,
know.
so, okay. So have you ever faced any negative feedback or criticism from your audience?
I think in the very beginning I did, because I obviously look different to other people. I think it was just like, ooh, like, I don't know, people just
Just
had stuff
bullies?
to say. Yeah, yeah, people just had stuff to say, and like, I think it's also very easy for them to say ugly things on the internet because it's not face to face, and they're not actually saying it, so they kind of have like more confidence typing something out on the internet instead of like actually saying it face to face. Because if somebody did come up to me and say that, like I promise you they wouldn't, like
They would not.
confidence level, you know. Um, So yeah, I mean that was a little bit difficult, but I think I had way more positive feedback and comments than like the negative ones, which is also so amazing.
That's
But yeah,
amazing.
it did touch a little bit, but now I've kind of gotten
I
to the
know,
point where I'm like,
but look at how much you've grown. Like you're literally working with
yeah,
the biggest brands overseas. So, they're not
yeah,
doing that. You're doing that. And it's because you kept pushing forward. And now I've got so
yeah.
many girls out here wanting to be like you and to like work
Mm,
with those exact brands.
mm.
So honestly,
I
okay.
think you also have to just learn like what to take to heart and what not to take to heart because people
Yeah.
can be mean, and you just have to
Yeah.
like
How did
allow
you deal
yourself
with it?
to. I don't know, like in the very beginning, like I was just a bit sad. I was like, why would somebody say that? Like, if you don't have anything nice to say,
Yeah.
like, don't say it. But
Yeah.
then I kind of got to the point where I was like, okay, like you've obviously got something you're working on like inside you that you have to kind of say that to
Mm,
somebody else. So now I'm
mm.
just like, okay, like what you say doesn't affect me.
Yeah. No, I agree with that. Like you just need to block it out. Um,
Mm,
okay, so I know because I'm your friend that you were not only an influencer when I met you, but a model as well. Tell me a
yeah,
little bit about that. We will not be naming names, just
good. We don't
saying
like naming
for
names,
both of our protection. Exactly. So
even though we both know who we're talking about.
we both know.
Um,
We both know.
yeah, so I started modeling in 2020, I think. Yeah, and I started with this agency, and it was really like exciting. And obviously, I mean, you're starting with an agency, of course, you're like excited, and yeah, it's like this new thing to you. And yeah, it was super slow. I didn't really get much work, and the work that I did get, I kind of got it for myself. And then yeah, I kind of got to the point. I think when I was with them, I did one huge job. And then I kind of got to the point where my content was doing so much better than my modeling. And I approached the agency and I said, listen, like I want to join this international content like agency. And they said no. If you want to join it, they have to become like one of your mother agents. No, they have to become signed to your mother agent. Um, and they have to take commission. So I was like, no, like that is absolutely
No.
unacceptable because I've literally
And
done
how
this myself.
much, yeah, exactly. How much commission did they want to take?
Honestly, don't remember. Honestly, I don't even think they even told me. They were just like, no, money, money, money. Like, um,
That's disgusting.
which I was like, I know, which I was like, you guys haven't contributed to this whatsoever.
Exactly.
And in my contract, like I went back on my contract and it had nothing to do with content creation and modeling. Like there are two separate entities. Um, so yeah, that was just like really frustrating because I obviously wanted to stay with my agency and see if I could pursue the modeling and then also obviously pursue my content creation. Oh, sorry again. Um, so yeah, I ended up connecting with my agent and my and the international brand, and they were like, no, like this is not going to happen because you don't want them to take commission. So I actually ended my contract with the modeling agency, and I just wanted to focus on my content creation. And then I signed with the international brand, and it's honestly just gone uphill from there.
Best decision ever.
Yeah, no, definitely, definitely. It's just,
That's crazy.
it's really, yeah, no, it's so frustrating because like they kind of could have kept me and like it would have been really good for me as well, like just to also be a part of
Yeah.
that. So I don't know. I
Yeah.
don't know if it's like
And you also
greed
had
or if they just want more
said
money or
something
it's,
about I think it's a control thing. Like it's just one big
yeah.
control thing. They just want to control you and obviously earn money at the same time.
Oh, it's
But
like
you were saying,
definitely the money.
yeah, you were
Yeah.
saying when you ended the contract, you had to wait a whole 3 months before you could sign with this agency. Is that correct?
Yeah. Yeah. Which was like really, really long. Like that's really long.
That is a
So
long time. That is just selfish.
yeah.
That is so
Yeah.
selfish.
So I couldn't sign to my content agency because I obviously had to wait the 3 months and yeah, no, it wasn't great.
That is insane. That is insane.
Yeah.
No, the whole modeling agency thing is a whole other topic. But I feel like
Oh
you
yeah.
handled it really well, and
Mm,
you definitely don't regret it.
no, no, like my content is kind of just gone uphill from there. And like my modeling was
Mm.
really slow to be honest. Like the stuff that I got, I kind of got it by myself and then put it through the agency.
Yeah.
But it's really interesting because it was really so.
Yeah. Yeah. So for like beginner influencers, would you say that for them to work with brands overseas, they would have to approach a international influencer agency?
No, not necessarily because I mean I started working with overseas brands when I wasn't even with my international agency. It was kind of more collaborating. And surprisingly, they approached me. But I know that if you approach them, there's also like a chance of you possibly working with them. I think I've approached maybe like 2 or 3 brands, but the rest have kind of just emailed me. When I see the email, I'm like, what the flip? How did they actually get my email? This is like insane. But yeah, no, it's like it's definitely not necessary to have like your own content um agency because you can do it yourself. They can obviously just do a bit better for you and get you like higher rates or like yeah.
That's amazing. And the influencer agency that you're with still allows you to get your own work. Hey.
Yeah, so the brands that I've already formed connections with, I can continue to work with them, and then new brands that they get for me, um, they obviously get it for me, and then I work through them. But yeah, I can still have my own, and then do it through them, which is really awesome.
You know, you see, that's exactly what we need in modeling agencies as well. Because, like, if you're signed to
Mm,
a modeling agency and they're not getting you work, but in the contract, you're not allowed to work for anybody else, that's a
it's so
problem.
unfair.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So,
No, I feel like they're so kind and like they let me do my other content if I want to and they're like really encouraging and they're like, oh, would you
mm,
like to work with these people? How do you feel about this and that? Like I feel like it's not mainly driven by money, even though basically everything kind of is. But like
like, they
I
do
don't
want
know,
to see
like you
you
get
do
that
really well. So,
connection. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, which is awesome.
exactly. And
Mm.
that's what's really important. That's what's going to help you, like, get further.
No, of course.
Anyways, so what advice would you give to a an influencer who wants to work with these overseas brands, not just these local South African brands, but the overseas brands?
Mm.
Would you say that they would have to focus on just growing their engagements and their following?
So I think before you get to the international brands, you kind of have to like start off with some local South African brands. Also just like work on your portfolio and show other brands that you've actually worked with other brands and this is what you can do. And so yeah, I have worked with a lot of South African brands, mainly in the beginning, and I think that really developed my whole page and it kind of showed international brands what I can do. So yeah, I think it's really important to start off really slow and also like really define your niche. And I know you like hear this
Yeah,
everywhere and it's like, oh, okay,
that's really
whatever,
important.
like,
No,
but
but
like
I
it's
always
really,
drill
really
that into
important.
influencers.
Yeah. Like
Yeah,
I know when people hear that they're like, oh, okay, like, oh, but like it's actually like really important.
no,
I
it
started
is. I
off kind
100%
of
agree.
yeah, like I started off kind of dancing between all these different things because I was like, oh, what do I want to do? So it's also like important to like find what you like to do and what your
Yeah,
um followers and like your community enjoy watching.
yeah,
So yeah,
yeah,
niche is very, very important. And then another really big and like another really big important thing is definitely like your setup and your lighting and your background and just like your quality. I think that's really, really important. Kind of to have like a clear-ish background, good natural lighting, or if you do have like a ring light or something like that, like it just needs to work with your skin tone and it just needs to work for you. Like personally, natural lighting is just like amazing for me. Like this is natural lighting.
yeah,
I feel like ring lights and that just kind of like dull me out.
yeah.
And yeah, quality of your content is really, really important.
Really important. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you summed it all up really, really great. That actually is like one of the questions with that Jade asked. Jade, our
Ah,
favorite
Jade.
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 So she's actually asked 3 questions. So she's really
Okay, give it to
invested.
me.
She's going to be watching. So she said, would you say makeup is your niche? If so, how did you go about finding your niche?
Yeah, so makeup definitely is my niche. I started off, I mean, I've always enjoyed makeup and beauty. Like I've been doing my makeup for
Yeah,
ages now. And yeah, so it's definitely my niche. And it kind of started off, um, obviously off my hair video. I was like, ooh, this kind of fits into the beauty like industry kind of thing. So I kind of just started working on that. And then it just kind of became a thing by itself. Yeah.
okay, amazing. So it's just basically the videos just did better than the other videos.
Yeah, and like people engaged more and um yeah, it's mainly the engagements and people asking me questions and people saying, oh, like I
Yeah,
like this, try this, or like yeah. So it's mainly just that
yeah,
engagement part of it.
yeah. 100%. Okay, so Jade's also asked, what is your favorite brand to work with? You have got so many to choose from because you literally work with like the best brands ever. So,
Difficult one. Um, I mean, I loved working with Charlotte Tilbury. It was purely collaborative, but their products are like so amazing. Um, so that was awesome. I've been working with Milk Makeup a lot at the moment, and they've been really cool. It's kind of difficult because like it's also, I mean, it's like a professional relationship almost.
yeah,
Um, so I mean, they've all been really, really great. I've got quite a good relationship with Kylie Cosmetics. They've also been really, really awesome. When they launch
that's
something new, I'm
amazing.
like, "Ooh, I really want to try this," and they're like, "Okay, cool, I'll send it to you." So yeah, it's really awesome.
That is
So I
amazing.
can't
Okay, but
really
like,
say, yeah.
how did it feel to see yourself on like the Kylie Cosmetics Instagram page? Because you're literally right
It's like
there.
it's so cool. It's really, really cool. I must say, like I kind of like have this feeling where I'm like I'm actually like really proud of myself. Um, yeah, it's really, really cool. It's really cool.
I'm really proud of you as well. And I get so excited whenever you tell me you've got like a new
Yay!
collaboration with somebody, and I'm like,
You're like, that's
yeah. So I think we kind of already answered this one question, but I'll just ask it again and maybe you can just do like a brief summary. Layla Parker has asked, what advice would you give a start content creator starting out on how to work with large brands?
yeah. So it's kind of basically what I said. Like starting off local and trying. I mean, even if you start collaborating with brands and it's merely
Yeah,
like it's purely just a this kind of relationship you've created, it still gets you content that goes on your page that acts as a portfolio. And then obviously all your lighting and your setup, and also just like I feel authentic videos that you create. Because obviously people continue watching your videos if it's exciting or if it's interesting to them.
yeah.
So you kind of don't want to be this like boring, like
Yeah,
sad,
you
soppy
do
kind
need
of
to you
like,
do need to be unique. You have to let your personality show through.
yeah,
There has to be
yeah,
something about you that stands out because
yeah,
that's what's going to catch
and
the
it's
brand's attention.
exciting. Yeah.
Yeah,
But even if it doesn't catch the brand attention, it catches like your community's like attention and then that
yeah.
kind of just like builds
And then
traction
that,
and yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. She has also asked, would you say doing trade exchanges puts you at a disadvantage?
It depends. That's actually a really good one. It really just,
Really?
yeah, no, it depends. If it's a big brand and they're trying to use you for content, then definitely. Because obviously big brands have a lot of money and they have money and they've got a budget, to put towards influencers. So if they say, oh no, let's just do like a collaborative effort here, let's do a trade exchange, like they're using you.
Mm.
But it's also like, I don't know, it's a very different market when you working with like international brands and when you're working with South African brands.
Yeah,
Because what I've kind of noticed is South African brands don't have the amount of money like in their budget for influencer
yeah,
marketing and for all of that stuff. So they obviously kind of prefer trade exchanges or like go ahead with trade exchanges because yeah, of the budget.
yeah,
So
yeah.
you kind
And
of, yeah,
I
it
also,
just depends.
yeah, Yeah, I also suppose, like when you're just starting out, you obviously have to do trade exchanges to build your portfolio. So it obviously
No, of course.
changes as you grow as an influencer,
Mm,
when you can start charging, like and how
yeah, yeah.
more
I mean,
popular
even
you
in
become.
yeah, I mean, like even in the beginning, getting trade exchanges is like so exciting and it's like so good for you as well because then you're also learning like
Yeah,
how it actually like works and everything. And then you're also getting your videos, which forms like a part of your portfolio, which is awesome.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Jade has asked, what has been the best and most long-lasting lip product you've tried and reviewed?
Ooh. Hmm.
You've got a big selection,
Hmm.
girl. I see those road lip balms in your bag.
The longest lasting. Does it specifically have to be like a lip gloss?
Lip product.
Lip product. Okay, well, I've got categories. So a lipstick, a lipstick that just literally just lasts forever is like the Charlotte Tilbury ones that I have. I think I've got Pillow Talk and then I've got like a nude one and then more of like an orange. Those just last freaking forever because the pigment is like incredible. Um, Long lasting. Okay, well, I used to have a flippin' like Refi lip liner that I left in the bathroom at the waterfront, which made me so sad, and I was actually freaking with you. Oh, that was very sad because like it was a lip
Oh, that was
liner,
a
and then
rough
it had like a
day.
seal that you could like put over it, and I
Oh,
was just,
yay. Well, someone has it now.
I know, it's so sad. I miss it. So yeah, that's awesome. I used to also have these Charlotte Tilbury like lip oils. It almost had like a little roller on it, but I also
Oh,
flippin'
no.
left that behind somewhere, which was very
Joe.
frustrating. I know. That was really awesome. It's a tough one. It's really difficult.
Okay, but what's your opinion on the road one?
It's good. I like it. I was really excited to like get in contact with them because I was like, ooh, this is like, bro, this is
Mm.
awesome. I got the lip tints and well, lip oil tints, lip please, peptide serums.
Peptides,
And then
yeah.
yeah, and then I got the blushes at the same time. The blushes are literally so beautiful. I love the blushes so much.
Girl, oh my gosh, I want to try one. I just like I
They're
need to. Like I
beautiful.
see them on Instagram and I'm like,
They're so beautiful. And they literally just like
they look
glide on.
stunning.
They're very, very beautiful. The
Really?
lip tints though, I think they're overhyped, unfortunately. I know it's very sad to say, but like,
Really?
like I don't want to say that because they're still really, really good. Like they're really good, but
Yeah,
I feel like I don't know. There's other stuff that like does the exact
that's
same
better.
thing.
Yeah.
Well, not better, but maybe just
Yeah,
like does the same
better,
thing
but
for like a
same
lower
thing.
price.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your favorite
Like I
shade in the
mean,
blushes?
in blushes, I love like a coral. A coral does really well on my skin. Okay, wait, I'll show you. Where is my coral? This one. Yeah, this one. So it's like a.
Oh, look at it. It's
It's
beautiful.
kind
I love
of.
the
It's like
packaging. Some
kind.
people hate the
It's like.
packaging. I love the packaging. Oh,
It's
it's
like kind of a
stunning.
coral, but then it's also like a little bit. It's kind of pinky. But yeah, that kind of just does really well with my skin
Yeah,
tone.
I really love that. People
Mm.
have said that they hate the packaging, but I like personally love the packaging.
I mean, it's really cute. I just saw people saying stuff like it's supposed to be a pocket blush, but it's actually really big, and
Yeah,
like I've heard people say stuff like that. I mean, it is pretty
yeah,
big.
makes sense. Yeah, he's
Yeah,
quite chunky. I
yeah,
like a chunky
chunky.
blush. Anyways. Okay, so
Mm.
Leanne Barnes has asked, how can beauty creators reach out to these brands? Because when I'm reading this, I'm personally thinking, well, like they get DM'd by so many people every day. How are they going to notice you if you reach out to them?
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I think, I think direct messaging on Instagram isn't kind of the way to go. I think if you do want to message a brand, you should probably just email them and like include all your links. And it shouldn't be a generic email. It should actually like be targeted towards that brand. I mean, you can probably use like the rough skeleton of the email, but then kind of like tweak it a bit.
Yeah, personalized.
Um, but yeah, yeah, it is difficult though because I do get so many messages like every day, and yeah, I mean, you can follow up with them. But yeah, no, it's difficult. It's really difficult.
Yeah,
You just need to be persistent.
that is quite a difficult one. You need to really build
Yeah.
your following.
Mm.
Okay, so I've got a few end questions. I'm not going to do all of them because you've read them, obviously, but I do want to ask a few of them. So, first one, what's one mistake you've made in your journey that you would advise others to avoid?
When I started working with international brands, I was like really excited, and I kind of just took whatever they gave me. Almost like goes back
Mm-hmm.
to the question about like taking advantage. So I was like so excited to work with these brands, and they would offer me like a really, really, really low rate, and I would take them because I was like
Yeah,
so excited. But now that I think back, I was like, oh my goodness, like that is literally insane. That is
really.
insane. Like, you're going on their page, and it's just literally just, yeah, that's like
Yeah.
like
Okay,
taking
I like that.
advantage stuff. Yeah,
Advantage. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
advantage.
Um,
Yeah.
okay. So, what do you think are the most important qualities for success in this influencer industry?
I think you need to have that like oomph and like drive to like that oomph. Um, yeah, like you need to have that oomph and kind of just like the drive to be like, okay, like I really want to do this and I'm gonna make it happen, kind of thing. Um, yeah, you kind of just need to love what you do. Like if you
To
enjoy
be
doing
passionate,
beauty, like go, yeah, like go full at
go
it,
all
kind of
out.
thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, go all out and just make your content just like as authentic and relatable as possible. Um, you also kind of just need to show your personality and show your community that like this is really like what you enjoy. So yeah.
amazing. Okay.
Mm,
So, last question. This will be the last question, and then I'll let you off.
really,
What
really.
has been really, what has been the most rewarding part of your journey as an influencer?
I think rewarding. It's really awesome for me when I post a video and I get all these comments saying like, I get these comments and they're like, oh my goodness, like I'm so like I find it so amazing that you like so self like well that you're so confident in yourself. And I'm gonna try to be more like that. And I'm like, oh, like that makes me really, really happy. Um, because because obviously like people on the internet can be really, really ugly. And I
Yeah,
mean
really ugly.
I mean there's so many bullies as well. Like I've kind of grown up being bullied my entire life. And like to kind of make somebody feel that way is really awesome to kind of almost make them think about like their worth and be like, oh, like I'm actually gonna try to be more confident. That's been really, really, really awesome. Yeah.
Amazing. Oh my gosh, I love that. That is really special. It's really
Mm,
special when you start
yeah,
getting
it is.
citizens. You just feel really
It is
good
very
about
special.
yourself.
Mm,
Yeah.
it's very,
But
very
you're
special.
absolutely amazing and you're so inspiring. I literally live for all of your videos.
You're amazing
And I'm
and you're
so,
inspiring, and I live for your videos.
anyways, everybody is so excited for this to come out. Um, I've had
Yeah,
Tegan hasn't shut up the whole day. She's like, when are you going to release the video? I want to watch it. And I'm like, I'll probably release it next week because I have to edit it and everything. And she was like, I
yeah, you
can't
need to
wait
like,
to watch it.
you need to just
So
like make
everyone is
people wait.
excited.
They must wait, and you must like
They must
give it
wait.
like a little tease. Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. Just tease it a little bit. Anyways, Emma, thank you so
Mm,
much for finally joining me on the podcast.
finally.
You're
Mm.
absolutely amazing and so inspirational, and everybody who watches this is really going to benefit from this video. And I'm so excited to
Oh,
see who else you collaborate with in the future.
oh. Okay, yeah. Well, it's been really awesome to like kind of go through all these questions and possibly like help people who do kind of want to go in the same direction. Because yeah, I definitely do have like a lot of pointers and stuff that I've kind of done, and I'm like, there's a better way. Mm.
But thank you so much.